So all you have to do now is attack and make some pips. And this is the US dollar index. We were talking, if you guys check out the video on Monday, we were saying that it was possible. And result, like many times, the alternative become the principal count. So now what you have, forget about Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I mean, we didn't send any trade because we wasn't clear about it. We were presenting the blown buyer's dollar because it's like that, guys. A trader, you always need to have a set of rules. And my rules are that the big weight needs to get to the 50%. Do you know how many times a big weight get to the 50%? I would say out of 100 big weights, out of the 100 big weights, James, how many out of the 100 big weights, how many you think that the big weight get to the 50%? I would say 95% of the times, big weights get to the 100%, in my opinion. So, well, we got a fight, one of the fights right here. So, forget about it. There's nothing that you can do. The market move is not done. I mean, for retail traders, 300 picks trade is pretty good. So, there is picks right there to be grabbed, and we need to get it. That's all I can tell you guys. Now, how you should do it? Very easy. Now we know one thing, that this is wave A, ended there. That's for sure. Now, two scenarios. A big wave triangle. You got A, B, C, D, E. Ended here. And what you got? 1, 2 at the 618. Now, don't worry about what the big wave triangle is, about what this is right now. All you need to worry is that a cycle that started here, it did 1, 2, and it's testing now the 1.618 of the 1, 2 right here. That's all you need to care about it, in my opinion. Now, after that, what we should get? A correction in some degrees. Of course, in the 8-hour chart, on the 4-hour chart, you won't see it. So, no matter what it is, this is not done to the downside, and the euro and the dollar is going to be getting weak. Ideally, the dollar should get, I remember last night video I say, if it passed 75.41, it's gone. Ideally, the dollar should trade to 74.08. That's ideally. Now, let's take a look at the dollar in this little detail right here. That's all you matter. Remember, guys, forget about it. A trader needs to have techniques. Now, forget about it. These whole things right here. That's past. That's done. Now, what you need to get, whatever is right here. Now, for that, let's go to the 60-minute chart. Let me put for a second right there on the US dollar. This is the 60-minute chart. Let me go a little bit more, and let me put the RSI on it. What you got? From here, there is no divergence, which is telling you that the move should keep going lower. All right? Now, we have it like this. 1, a flat 2. Now, let's go a little more so you guys can see the intra-wave. On the intra-waves, let me open it out a little bit. What you got? A little divergence on the 15-minute chart from here. The way it can be, you can see, guys, this as a 2 ways. Either you can see it like this. You can see it like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you cross a cycle here, let me see. In the euro is more clear. So, and then you got 1, 2, you close in this cycle here. That's why you guys see that the order that we send on the euro dollar is kind of aggressive, because we want to buy it. And the higher it goes, the worse entry is going to get. But like I say, I don't think that even when he's testing the 1.618, I don't think it's done. I think that wave 3 still got more legs to come. So you got to be aggressive. In an aggressive move, you got to be aggressive. A risk right now is right here. It's about 80 picks on the dollar. You got to be aggressive because it's going to get a 4, a 5, and then a 4 and a 5 to at least 70 to 12, but maybe it's going to get even lower. That's what I think. That's what I think. The dollar defined the dollar refined the dollar defined the count, and now you have to attack it. I mean, you can be long short dollar yesterday. You can be long dollar. It was a toss. Check on the feed on the feed right there. How many times we've been saying it's a toss? People were asking yesterday if we start buying the dollar, and we say no. Wait for the water to be settled. That's what we've been saying. That we will favor in the dollar long. Yes, you have to, because you have divergency in the 4 and the 8 hour. That's my own opinion. Now, what you need, any three-way backers on the dollar, you need to buy it. You need to buy the dollar. I'm sorry, to sell the dollar. In that case, you need to start selling the dollar. Any three-way back, selling. All right? That's for the dollar, guys. Let's take a look at oil. At oil, I remember me mentioning, look, it has more upside. Oil needs to get to 70.40. And that's what it's going to take the whole risk higher. 97.40 in oil should be 144 on the euro, 74.12 or 73.80 on the dollar index. All right? That's what we see for oil. Now, let's move on to the individual pairs. We posted a count today in the Dow Jones Index. Very clear count. So risk is here to get some less, guys. Believe me. The market defined the count yesterday. I mean, that's why we say, I mean, don't take size. I mean, we were, and I'm going to repeat it. I'm a very honest guy. When I'm wrong, I say, I'm the first one to say I'm wrong. We knew that this was possible. If you check last night, we posted both counts on the euro. And I'm going to tell you guys, to the new guys, when you guys see us posting both alternative, both counts, I want you guys to understand is that it's a toss. There was nothing wrong to be long, to think long dollar as a trader. That's why you see that contraction in the price for the last 2 weeks. That was the reason why you see that contraction in the price for the last 2 weeks, because the market wasn't decided which way it's going to go. Now, this is the euro in the 8 hour. Ideally, it's going to go to 144.24, I believe. Same as a dollar. That the count in the euro is more clear in my opinion. Now, what you need to look at it in the euro, very simple. If this was a B-way trust, and this was a B-way, then you got from here 1, 2, and the 3. Remember, you need a 4, you need a 5. Now, it can get complicated. Yes, complication, like in the dollar, that this is O and this is 1, 2, 1, 2, like the Dow Jones did. That can be the only complication that you can get in the euro, and that's extremely bullish. I mean, but you have to keep, I have to let you know, now that we know what the count is, all right? You have to know that, knowing what the count is right now. The plan, very easy. Go with the less bullish one. Which one is? The triangle in the middle, and then you got 1, 2. It's around the 1618 right now, but I don't think that this way is completed, in my opinion. I don't think that this way is completed. If you go small, the euro is very clear. We got orders to go long at 41.30, 41.0, and 40.80. Why? Because if you take a look from here, it's 1, 2, 3. You can see it two ways on the euro. You can see the euro as a two ways. You can see it from here, it's clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a cycle. Now, you can see it like this. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, with the cycle ended there or a little bit higher, like around 12:42:38. And then if that's the case, it's going to do this, go right here. But let's go with the idea that the cycle ended at the top right there. If that's the case, then he's going to do this, and he's going to trade here, and then around 41.30 area, and then goes higher. And then that's going to close this cycle. And then it's going to come another 4, and another 5 to close this cycle. And then it's going to come another 4 and another 5. In other words, in conclusion, you can look at it in two ways. Either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got one nest. You can say that you have 2 nests and 3 nests. That's the most bullish of all. The other one is that you have 1 nest and then 2 nests. Either one of both of them is the same. No counting the biggest nest. You know what I mean? No counting the biggest nest. So technically, you have 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, why I'm counting it as a 3? Because if you take a Fibo here, he's not even. I can see right here very clear 1, 2 to the 2%, and I can see here to the 23.6. So technically speaking, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is telling me that because in this nest hasn't reached the 1.618, it's more likely that it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And now it's going to look for the 141.61, 141.30 in extension. You guys know what I mean, right? That can be the case right there. So you got to play it like that. But I believe that in a biggest time frame, This is no wave 3. It's not even down yet. And that now, looking from here, let me see. He's testing the 1.618. He's going to look for either 143.14 or 144.73 to end the wave 3. That's in other words, in an hour, knowing that, look, you can see 3, 1, 2, you can see 3 red candles in an hour. So technically, you're going to need 3 red candles at the upside too. That's what we're favoring the most aggressive of the counts. That being the case, it's going to do something like this, guys. 1. Most likely, something like this in some degrees. That's how you need to take the euro. Start buying it. I mean, minimum, and not counting the big 4 and a possible second nest. You know what I mean? Not counting the big 4 and a possible second nest. Because remember, after he gets here, he's going to do this. And he's going to go lower and higher. So that's what I say, that 144 should be a given in the euro. Now that it defined the count, in my opinion. And like that, every risk asset is going to go higher. It's very clear, guys. Very clear. Let me show you this. Look, this is the nest in Modus Wave. Rafi, there is no maximum. It can break 149 if it wants to. It can break 160, my friend. Believe me. Well, no way. I don't say no way, my friend, in trading. I don't say no way. Don't you agree, James? Who knows? All you got in the dollar, I mean, you don't know, my friend, what you got for 149. What you got for 149 in the euro? 3 ways. What you got from 72.40 in the dollar? 3 ways. There is no guarantee that 149, all you got from 160 is corrected, like James is typing right there. There is no guarantee in this world, my friend. Exactly. That's what James is saying. We're trying to get the last leg. That's it. But it's a technical double zigzag. Guys, trading, I feel bad today, to be honest with you, because we missed the trade. And that's the way I am. I take this to the heart, guys. But I know how I trade. And I know why I make money month after month. Because nothing surprised me. Nothing. I have no bias. I care less. But euro, well, that's your bias, Rafi. I'm sorry, I'm going to get into that now, Rafi. That's your bias. That's no Elliott Wave forecast bias. Elliott Wave forecast bias is buy the risk now and start making picks. There is no guarantee in this. Nothing. Zero guarantee. So this is the nest, guys. This is the nest in Modus Wave. It's very clear now. You should get right here. We're going to do a seminar in Modus Wave tomorrow, guys. Exactly. I don't say that it's going to break it. I want you to understand. I don't say that the euro is going to break 160. All I say is that I don't care about it, Rafi. That's why you don't get it from me. Cable is saying that it won't happen. But that's the least of the issues that I have. Look, That's what should happen. Now, let me put this to you guys so you guys see it. This is that Dow Jones industry. Let me put it in a daily. I believe that I have the count here. Okay. Wait. Why is giving me NASDAQ if I'm asking for Dow Jones? Wait. The US dollar index didn't make 5 ways from the lows, Rafi. It makes 3 ways. Look, this count is telling that this is a correction on the dollar, some degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This count is telling that risk top right here on the Dow Jones industry. But this count in the 6 hour is also very clear. It goes A, a B, and even better, if you take a look at this, look, it nests from the lows right here, or did a triangle. This is the most bullish one when you got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. So I believe that the Dow Jones top descend with the S&P, but it has a long way before the top in the C way. So again, any 3 ways back in the dollar, you guys need to buy it. That's going to be the bias from now until we believe that the top is in place. The market is clear as a water today. Yesterday, from Sunday to Wednesday, it wasn't clear. And that's why you never got a trade out of Elliott Wave forecast. That's why. No, I mean you need to sell the dollar. Yes, you need to sell the dollar. Thank Raji. You need to sell the dollar. Any 3 ways in the dollar, you need to sell it. Because it has a long way to the outside. To the downside, I'm sorry. And risk is not done. We're going to be aggressive. We have that trade already sent on the euro. I mean, we have 5 days of trading. The cat, as of right now, leave it there. If we can stop out before, I think we're going to get into the cat now. We're going to get into the cat nest. So that's the Dow Jones, guys. Now, let's move on to the cat now. Okay, the cat. This is the cat. We play in the nest in the cat, guys. But I don't think the nest is in place anymore. I got to be honest with you. It hasn't been denial, because the denial in the nest is this one right here. It hasn't been denial. But I know I've been doing this for a long time. And I know when I'm in the wrong side of the market. And I am in the cat now. I'm waiting to escape the trade with the less damage as possible. If it's a stop out, so be. Won't be the first, won't be the last one. But the cat, it can be seen like everything. Look, this can be counted as a 5. Ugly as you guys have no idea. Ugly as you guys have no idea. Look at the RSI now. Because it's clear today. It wasn't clear yesterday. Look, we got divergency on the cat until this point, but it goes to a race. Maybe we didn't have a flat in the weekly, and it's going to go higher. If it happens, it's going to go higher. Corrective. Now, what am I expecting in the cat? The second entry that we have, 98.85 was there because of the reason. Because if this is a 3-way move here, this needs to, if this is W and this is S, then we got that number in place is a 98, which is the third entry. That's why I placed it right there. That was the thinking to have it there. So, I mean, you have to let it run. The stop is defined, it's right here. I mean, no every trade is tough, but we've been positive 160 pips. I don't like it to be negative after being positive. But well, what was in risk? A trade, a big trade in the CAD. No, everyone is going to be right every day. So hopefully we can cover it. Now let's see. That's the CAD. Now, in a small time degree on the CAD, like a 2 hour, all you need to care now is this, is the move from here. Because you know, like I do, that from here to here, there are 5 ways. I can show you to you guys that right there, you see 5 ways with a possible triangle when you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, I'm sorry, you see, what was the triangle? From here, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, it's very tricky from here because you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 swing. It's kind of tricky there, but I can count from here, I can count 5 ways. If you take a look at the RSI, from here, it gives you divergency on this low. So this is a 5 from here. Now, if this was a triangle right here, when you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you got 5 here, guess what? You gotta play the idea of a double zigzag. And that's why right here 99 is very important. Now, what I'm seeing now is in a small time frame, let me put the candle so you guys know what we're doing here. From here, you don't see divergency yet. So you have 2 choices. Either 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 2, and a low. Now, let's see the less conservative one. The less bearish one is this one. When that's why it bounced from here. Now, if you take a look at it in a smaller time frame, like a 30 minutes, you need to be zooming in, and it looks like from here, the low didn't mean nothing. In this low didn't mean nothing with this nest. But if you take it from here, is the 1618. Now, you see the new low is going to come with divergency from here. And the high right there was the 23.6 from there, which is telling me that it's possible that a cycle is ending from there. If a cycle is ending from there and you have A, B, C, I don't know if you guys follow my thinking there. Then these 2 legs, a bounce should come around either 95 or 98.85, and there should be maybe a big bounce there. That should be maybe, because I see that this high at the market right here at 99.73 relate with this high at 101.63. That's yesterday. So maybe all we got from the top is a triangle B, and then from there we got W, a big triangle B, and we are ending in the cat the first W. In other words, you follow me, James, right? What I'm trying to say. I know it's very... Let me get a little big. Let me put the count so you guys know what I'm thinking. It's something like this. Maybe the dollar can be doing a leading diagonal, like we say long ago. This is maybe what you have. And then you have right there, that's, now you guys going to see what I'm trying to say. A, B, and then you got the C, which become W, and then this is S, and now this is a three-way right here. This is a three-way move. A, you see from here, A, B, C. This is a three-way, A, B, Z, to the triangle. So now what I'm trying to say is, like right now, we are ending A, right? And we should get 1, 2, 3 back before another decline. Now, the degree depends, because if we are right, we're going to be fine with the cat. It should trade at least 171, or at least 1, and we should break even. I'm thinking that scenario. Let's close the finger and see what happens. I mean, let's see what happens. That's a possibility that we have right there in the cat. If you related these two legs, these two legs, they were equal or related to the 1.236. These two, they were equal right there, if you guys see. Now, let's see how he react to the 99, 99, 80, 98, 85 area. And let's cross the finger. But I can tell you, we are in the wrong side of the market in that trade. 99 should be interesting there. And we should get a bounce pretty soon. I can count 5 ways almost completed from here in the 1 hour. And that can be enough. And then if that's the case, you got to trace a channel here. It's no word channel right there, the cat. So technically, that can be a possibility, and then he can bounce at it. Because I can see, look. You see, from here, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, or can be the next. I can be honest to you guys. If it's the next, I will know with the next bounce. Because all I know that from here minimum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the market should bounce higher. And that's the bounce that everyone should expect to start selling the dollar. So technically, minimum, a bounce to the previous 499.70 should be pretty close to happen, or 101 in the less bullish the less of the other scenarios right there. That's for the cat. So our entry, if we got fear, which is looks like a 98.85, should get back, should trade, 1 second, Rafi, should take us to around I believe 99.80 average. So, and that we should take out of the trade right there. Now, S&P. It broke higher, so nothing more that we can say. It got stopped at the 618 of AB, but like I said, guys, we've been saying it for a while. When it looks like it's looking for 1337. This is a nest. I think it got more outside right there. It's very bullish. This is a nest. That's all I can say about the S&P. And it's going to trade higher. This is a wave 3 in risk. This is a wave 3 in risk. And that's going to take the risk trade higher. Equal legs, 1377. You got 5 swings from the top. I can say that. You got 5 swings from the top. So, but S&P higher. Don't get surprised to 1370, 1337, and even don't get surprised. No, ours is in a wave 3, yes. I will go there now. I got cable and ours is in S. And don't get surprised to see a new high in S&P. That's all I can tell you. So far, leave it like 1337 is the target. I want to see the people that were saying a month ago that, and Louis, that the end of the war, it was that week. It was the end of the war. Unbelievable. But we're higher, guys, in S&P. Nothing. A new high, nothing. I know. If a new high, guys, don't worry about, I mean, it's still within the range. That's what I've been telling you, my good friend Rafi. Don't hold bias, my friend. Look, it's here. This is the weekly. I mean, you have A, B, C, W, S, A, B, C, and it goes higher. Nothing changed. Maybe it goes to, I don't know. 1 second. It can go to 1450 if it's a double zigzag. There is no guarantee in trader, guys. People, that's the issue, that people sometimes get too caught in the weeklies and the monthly and the daily charts, and nobody that I know trade those charts. You need a lot of money to trade those frames. So now cable. Cable is, and I keep saying the same. Yeah, I know what you mean, yes. And the same with the euro, my friend. The same with the euro, Louis. People keep saying 112, and the euro can be in the B-way triangle and never. Remember, guys, this market are all about 3 ways move. Every pair, all they do is 3 waves in the weekly and the monthly charts. As Louis, James, every one of us knows that. You see, Rafi, let me show you one more time. The euro on the weekly Let me take the labels. Can be in a huge B-way triangle, guys. Like James said at the beginning, all we got is 3 ways to the 50%. That's the euro real, Rafi. Have you seen that chart before? From 71. Look, A, B, Z, W, S. Look. 618 right there. Got it? Now, A, and this is a B. Look, 50% right there. Yes, everyone wants the euro to go to 113, to 102. That's what everyone say. But the euro can be doing this. Let me take, and we've been saying this 100 times. The euro can be doing this in the weekly chart. A triangle here, when he's going to test, it's going to go lower. It's going to go here. It's going to go lower. And it's going to go higher. Even the euro can be done the correction, and the euro is nesting to the upside. You got to think about all those scenarios, guys. Even you like it or no. Because that's how it is. Look. Let me put the daily. And you told me that this is not a nest. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Why no? And now it's breaking higher. Why no? That's possible. Of course, cable is denying that. But look at that Montre chart, that Montre candle right there. Like I say, no bias. Look at that Montre candle right there. Very powerful, right? Look at that. Of course, you have to take shots and you have to play smart. But I want you guys to understand, nothing in this world say, and there is no a single way structure that say that 149 cannot be broken. This is a 3-wave move from 149. 1, 2, 3. Bottom line is this. Look how long it took to get here. Look how fast it's there. That's what I want to say, guys. Sorry if you guys don't agree with us, but that's the way, in my humble opinion, that this market should be traded. Now, this is denying. Rafa, you stay quiet. This is denying that. And that's one of the reasons that, in some degrees, we hold a bullish US dollar bias. Besides another, is because cable is playing a weekly triangle. So far, so good. Nothing has said, like I say, nothing say that the euro is going to get to 149. But nothing say either, because if you see cable now breaking higher, what do you think? Trouble here. Now, as far as cable is within the triangle, we're going to holding a bullish dollar bias in the weekly and the daily. In the weekly, technically. This is telling me that the dollar is going to get strong so far. Now, from I got also to cover too. Exactly. That's the game, Rafi. That's a good point. When everyone now turn bullish, they're going to turn lower. That's how it always is. Now, let's show you cable in the 4 hour. Maybe we're going to tweak the count a little bit later. But technically, we were expecting this. We were expecting 61.80 last night. Look, cable is showing a three-way, but if you go more, you're going to see that from here, that is what matters. And we got, that's what we were expecting higher risk yesterday because cable count. Look, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5 is still supporting the divergency here with the 3 of 3. So it still is possible. And that's why cable is lagging, because cable was leading yesterday. Did you know, guys, what I mean? So cable, I believe, is ending a three-way move. But it have, I mean, seeing the other pairs, it's possible that what it's ending is, in other words, it's possible discount. 1 second. Let me make it for you guys in a bit. Okay, this is possible in cable. Because I know they're going to be selling around the 1618 right there. The 618 that comes out, I said 161.80. This is possible in cable. That we get 1, 2, 3, ended A here, B, and that we ending now with A right there. This is too clear to me. Right there to the 1618. Let me do it right. To the 1618, to the 3802, it's clear to me that that's the area. 5 equals 1 already passed, so that's not the one. 618 or 13. I want to see cable around 161.46, but also can go a little higher. Yeah, 161.40 should be strong resistance right there in cable, figure-wise. And then maybe from there, like I say, in the dollar cat, we should get something like this. And then higher one more time. Maybe that's the correct count in cable, in my opinion. If you go that to the daily, let me take the labels out. If it, on the weekly, in cable, this is the cycle that should be in place. 618, 61.80, they're going to be selling right there. So it's going to be selling here. and maybe it's going to do this, push, and then go from the 64 area. That's maybe what happened in cable, that it's going to go for the 164. That also, if that's the case, and this is A, B, look, the equal less comes 161.80, 162 should provide resistance in cable, in my opinion. But well, don't pick, guys. Don't pick. That's danger of being picking there. Very dangerous. Very dangerous to be a picker there. Let's say Louis saying instead of D wave low being on the weekly. Yeah, it still can be B, exactly. Yeah, B of D, right, exactly. But you agree with me that at least from the lows, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings. No, not yet, Ryan. We're going to let the third order entry to lower the average, because we're expecting a bounce in some degrees in the dollar. Now, that's for cable. Now, Aussie, I don't see 5 ways either, Rafi. Aussie, it was nesting, or same with the euro. Aussie, if this is a triangle, then started here, let me see, A, B, C, D, E. Started there, and then 108.61, 108.61 should be the target for the first leg in Aussie. To end the third wave. From there, should get a bounce and higher. That's how we see Aussie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, all depends on this leg, if it was a triangle or no. Now, equal legs comes at 111. And don't get, equal legs comes at 111. That's how high the Aussie can go. You want to see what a candle means? Look at this. That's the daily on Aussie. After 3 waves from the top, don't you guys believe that it's going to break their high? That's what I say, guys. Don't get surprised on anything in this market. Exactly. 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 Don't get this looks like a wave 3, guys. This looks like a wave 3, in my opinion. It's amazing. Oh, well. So all you guys need to do now is play safe and we've been saying all over that this And I've been saying, and I'm sorry to repeat it one more time, I've been saying and moreover, because I know that we have clients that they hold a long dollar buyers and they get mad when I say it. Nothing say that the dollar has found a bottom. Nothing in this world. Nothing. We're labeling as an S, but look, A, B, Z. Remember, this is a service that you guys need to make decision also. We give you our point, and our point is as a waiver. This is nothing more than a three-wave move in the dollar. And I don't say this today because it's breaking higher. I've been saying all month long. And I remember writing that the dollar, nothing has said that the dollar had found a top or bottom. We won't go like another service that they have dollar buyers. Nothing. So look, the equal legs come with a new high. So don't get surprised. Don't get surprised. These things can go higher and higher. And just started. Look at New Zealand. Another good one. Let me go to the daily, to the weekly. New Zealand has been lagging Aussie. New Zealand has been lagging the Aussie. But look, from here, remember that we have a count when you got 1, 2, 3, and you need another high on the weeklies. Remember, we adjusted to go with a strong dollar in some degrees, but that's also possible. Even though it broke the channel and it doesn't look like a diagonal anymore. Well, like I say, guys, no bias. I mean, we don't like to lose a trade. We haven't lost, I believe, 9 trades in 3 months out of 60-something trades or 60 trades. But sometimes we're wrong. But when you lost only 10 trades in 60, is because you're trading with our buyers. And now it's going to get better. We're going to do more trades. We're going to do a lot of more trades. We're going to change, and we're going to try to send, like when we started, we used to send a trade every day, intraday trades every day in New York. But nothing right here. It's all 3 weeks. People don't want to see it, but all you got in the dollar is 3 weeks. The euro just reached the 2.618 amazingly, but it got there. Look. It should drop. It should drop very soon. Don't chase it at this stage. Wait a little bit. It's at the 2618 right there of the proposal next. Let's see if it drops from there. My good friend Zach always say timing points. And Zach, we are in that moment now, right? Close to it for what you told me this morning. Look, from here, 1, I got it. But you see the count, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We are at the 2618 right there now. So that's why we believe that right here, we got 1, 2, the 3. Yeah, because the train is to the upside, my friend. That's why. I mean, nobody say that, Rafi. I don't think it's going to happen, but who knows? Look, 1, 2, 1, 2. There is another 1, 2. But right now, forget about the rest, guys. All you guys need to care is that this cycle is coming to the end. The wave 3 of 3 is coming to the end. That's all you need to care. We should get a correction soon, and from there, boom, we should start going higher. Any other question, guys? I see a lot of people there today. That's good. That's good. Now, we're going to adjust the levels. The euro is being 337 pips high today. Unbelievable. We're going to see 41.84, 41.45. Yeah, most likely. We were expecting, Rafi, a big wave, a deep wave never happened. 38.02. Unbelievable. Luis, how many big wave to the 38.02 you've seen in your 13 years career? Not many, right? And I know Ice has told me when the train's too strong, sometimes doesn't get there, and he was right. He was right. That's a good word right there, Isaac. So right here, guys, right here, we should get this now. Yeah, Rafi, yes. Or from here. Should keep going higher. We're going to work on the trade, me and James. You should trade the channel right. It looks like this is a channel. $41.84 now can be in place. 40. Look, it's dropping for the 618 right there, for the 2618. Well, we need to start buying it, guys. We need to start buying it. That's all I can tell you. It got more upside. When you don't know, it's at 144. That's how it is. The good thing is that it's still within wave 3. You see? This was wave 3 of 3. But look, in the 30 minutes, because the degrees is going to tell you yeah, that's true, Rafi. Yeah, Davey, when you trace a FIBO, you need to trace it within, depending on the cycle. In other words, if right now you're guessing, in other words, you could saying 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, the cycle, Rafi, the cycle, David, that is ruling is this cycle here. So because you end in wave 3, you think that this is what is taking place. Let me see. From here, you see 1, 2 to the 2618. Now, to the proposal wave 3, you have to come here from the top, and then you mention from the wave 3, and that's going to give you that 41.83, 41.44 can be in place. You got it? Guys, any question is 2:15, would be more than an hour. Any question about any pair? All right, guys, there is no more questions, so I'm going to place the recording later for everyone that is not here. But I see a lot of people here today. That's good. So let's see how we can close the cat trade with less damage and start buying the risk until we see 5 weeks. And then right there, you take a pause. But I think that risk have a long way before it defined. The market defined the shoulder phase last night. And this is what we wrote last night. I wish you guys follow the advice that we posted. Look what it says right here. In general, we see a market which is close to define, and we advise to stay at the size until this decision, we decided which way we go. In other words, what it's telling you, the Elliott Wave right last night, it's a toss. It can go both ways. That's what we wrote last night, guys. It's clear there. So, and saying we wrote the US dollar test 75.85 and it bounced corrected. And we wrote the B wave was possible to happen last week, right there. So we knew that this can happen. It's hard to take sides right there when you have, you know why? We were even forcing the dollar long, because if you take a look at cable need one more high to end the cycle, and cable being very slow today. That's unfortunate, but that's how it is. All right, guys. See you guys later.